Hi, I'm John Pisto. Welcome to Monterey's Cooking Pisto Style. I've got a special treat for you today. I'm going to show how to make cannoli. Now, if you've ever been to Sicily, or really now, they're serving these all over Italy, but cannolis were developed in Sicily. This is a pastry. It's rolled. You can buy the shells now. I could have made the pastry, but we're going to do the easy way. And it's filled with ricotta, okay? Now, ricotta is available in all supermarkets, I think all over the United States. I have a special treat for you in that last year we were with a film crew in Sicily, in Palermo, and we went to a place called Piano di Albanese, which is above the city of Palermo, and we went to a sheep herder's house, and this man raises and milks 120 goats. And I want to show you, it's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. Okay? So we're 1,800 feet above Palermo, and today we're going to see the real goat's milk ricotta being made. Giovanni's the master goatsman here. He's the master cheesemaker. We got the babies here, and what he's going to do now is the mommies are going to come, and because once the babies start crying, they want their milk. Now we've already got, he's putting hot water out of this wood fire. Now he's already got the milk, has been boiled and scalded. It's been set overnight. He's taking this to the next process. Okay. Now you notice there's ashes in here. It's part of this manufacturing process of the ricotta. Okay. Hot water is now being poured right into the milk that's already been scalded from yesterday. Now the ricotta that we get in the States is
Ora diventa tutta un pezzo di nuovo.
Okay, see now this is going to reform again. As he adds, see how he checked it with his hands. Now the ricotta that we get in the States is made out of cow's milk. The real, actual ricotta is made from goat's milk. That's the real ricotta. I don't think
qua formaggio esce. Questo è il formaggio.
Questo è il formaggio. Now, you see this? This is the ricotta. You see how it's already starting to happen? Can you see that coming up? There it is. Magic. So now he's going to start separating. He's taking the whey off. The water from the cheese at this point is being separated. Okay, this still isn't ricotta yet, actually. They have a name for it. I think it's called tumba. And that's what it is at this stage. Okay? Now there's several days it takes to make this. This is that simple of a process. Okay, so this is what we're seeing here is the milk from 10 goats, but in 2 days. So he doesn't make a lot. Very good. Look at this. And now he's cutting the cheese in quarters. That goes back to this spot. And now he's pulling it out by hand. It's going into a scuola pasta, or scuola formaggio, I guess.
È il recipiente, è logico che deve scolare, se no l'acqua come lo butta.
Okay, so now what he's doing is getting rid of all the water. And it's going right into a strainer. He's adding the rest of the whey. All right. Making sure he doesn't make a mistake and dye his fire out, which would be catastrophe. He's adding it. Whoop. And as I spoke, it happens. Okay. Now, next step. Now he's going to build it up. It's starting to coagulate already. He's telling me that cheese is starting to, he knows by experience that you can feel that it's starting to happen already. Okay, this cannot boil, otherwise se buia si spaccia tutto.
Non deve bollire.
Never boil. Never boil your whey.
Se bolle, ricotta non è salva.
There it is. Look at that. Oh boy.
Vedete come sono?
Yeah. See how it's coming up, he says. Yep. How do you like that? See, he's got his strainers ready to go. He's taking off some of that foam. Che se non è buono?
No.
Perché levi?
Perché c'è qualche cosa che scappa dal fuoco.
Okay. Oh,
qualche po' di cenere,
no,
capito?
he's just taking the cinders out. That's all.
Non è che tutti che ce lo levano questo.
No. He's cleaning it up. He says, not everyone does it. He makes sure to do it. He takes a lot of pride in this. It's very evident. Look how this is starting to happen. Right before your very eyes. Oh, and there it is. Now he starts. Guess what I brought with me? A spoon. Now I've been told I've had to taste this right out of the pot. Because some people absolutely go out of their mind for this. You puoi assaggiare?
Sì,
I have
può
to give
mangiare.
permission though.
Vediamo.
Okay. Oh wow, look at this. Looks like a custard, doesn't it? Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, it has the smell of falciato di
Ricotta.
profumo di ricotta. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I can taste the smoke. Eu tasto o fumo puro. C'è un sapore di fumo.
È fatta con la legna.
Very nice. Wasn't that incredible? Huh? Isn't that something? You know what's interesting is that man's family goes back about 400 or 500 years. They are from Albania. They speak their own dialect of Sicilian, plus the Sicilian dialect, but their own special dialect from Alba. Isn't that incredible? Very fascinating. Okay, so to make the ricotta, or to make the filling, the main difference here, now it is available, is to get the ricotta made from the sheep's milk. All right, this is cow milk ricotta. There's two kinds. I saw two in the store, so I picked them both up. This is a part skim milk. This is a whole milk. This is a lot richer. It'll make it tastier, but you know, with the diet and everything and the cholesterol, you might want to go to the skim milk. Before you make this, you see how it's real juicy? There's a lot of whey in there. What you should do, and I remember my mom doing this when we were kids, whenever we'd have cannolis, you know, and we'd only have them during the holidays, they would put them in a strainer and let them sit overnight so that would throw off all the whey, all that extra milk, you see, so that your filling will come stiff. You don't want your filling to be you don't want your filling to be too soft, because then it's going to run right out of the cannoli and fall on your shoes, and that's no good. Now you see, look at all that extra. Now this, like I said, you should let this go for overnight. But what we'll do is I'm going to move this along and we'll just shake it. Now, you know, ricotta is so good with other things too, you know, with pastas, and I can show you many dishes. This is probably the best one because it's sweet. The kids will love it. It makes a nice dessert. We serve it in two of our restaurants, and we have our little Italian chef that does nothing but makes cannoli shells for all the Monterey Italian restaurants. He makes a living just making cannoli shells, and he does a nice job. So see, it's coming out pretty good. Okay, so let's pretend this has been in the refrigerator for a day. All right, now what we do is we start with some powdered sugar. Now, you know, over there they've made it very, very, very simple. I think maybe too simple. But that goat milk is so rich. Okay, they did basically just sugar and a little chocolate, and that was it. But we're gonna fix ours up a little bit. Okay, I put powdered. Now you gotta put powdered sugar to taste. That's needs a little bit more. Okay, we want to make this on the sweet side. Whoops. Okay. Now, my recipe calls for liqueurs. Now, the first one we're going to add is Galliano. You add a little shot of that, and then you add a little Tawaka. This has that nice cinnamon flavor almost, huh? Okay, we'll add a little of that. And then the white cream de coco. That sure smells good too. Okay, we'll give a little bit of that. And you know the Arabs were responsible for bringing almonds to the island of Sicily. So what you want to do is just coarse chop some almonds. Now you should roast them off, you know, put them in the oven and roast them off. You can just coarse chop these. They don't have to be. I could do this an easier way, but just to give you the idea. This tastes good in there, you know, everything's soft. You taste a little bit of the nut. Gives it a nice texture. Okay, we put that. Now, you know, some people like to put candy fruit. I don't. And when I come back, we'll finish this recipe. Okay, so let's, you know, we want to whip this real good, fluff it up, because it has a tendency to be a little gritty. So let's break that down. We can use a little bit more sugar. Now, this is to taste. You know, some people, you know, I noticed in Italy, the desserts are so sweet there. I mean, they're just almost, for my taste, was too sweet. So, you know, you control this the way you want. And whip it up good. See, that fluffs it up. Coming out good. Let's put some more almonds in there. Almonds, just delicious in there. And I wouldn't use any other nut either. I'd use almonds, because that's the flavor you want. Okay, now I'm going to use these little chocolates. Okay, they use bits of chocolate, and you can buy these. These are those little kisses. You see how tiny those are? We'll put a few of those. Not a lot. Then put a little bit of cinnamon. Now, like I said, you want to whip this real good. Okay, and then we'll taste it again. See how nice and fluffy this gets? Okay, let's taste it. Now, some people put candied fruit, you know, the pickled watermelon rind. We're not gonna. Not bad. Let's give it a little bit more of the liqueur. A little bit of Galliano, cream de cacao, and Tawaka. Just double that, so half a shot. Now don't put too much liquid, it's going to get mushy. And we don't want that. Okay. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit more sugar. See how nice this is looking. Now in the restaurants, let me say one more time. Tastes pretty good to me. Now this is my mother's recipe, huh? If you knew I was giving it out, you'd kill me. But you know what makes this is the almonds, the crushed almonds, and the liqueur. Like I said, in Sicily, it was very, very, very plain. It was real sweet, had a little bit of chocolate in it, and that was it. Okay, we get the, now if we were in the restaurant, I would use pastry bags and fill it, but this is how we do it at home. Nice, huh? So after dinner, all the kids, we'd be waiting to get cannolis, and then the girls, the mothers and the sisters, they say, okay, let's start filling the cannolis. Now you can't fill these up too much ahead of time, because what will happen is that your shell will absorb the liquid and it gets real soft. And soft cannolis are terrible. You gotta have nice, firm, crispy crusts. You know, it was interesting watching him milk those sheep, and watching him make the ricotta and the other cheeses also. You know, this is where the true pecorino, you know, the pecorino romano is called pecorino romano because it's the sheep's milk coming from Rome area. So that's why it's called. The true pecorino is Sicilian, and they put pepper in it. Now, let me show you. Let me fill one more of these. I gotta make sure I get enough for the boys here, because everybody's gonna want to taste these. I could tell. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do, huh? Makes a cute dessert. Yeah, that's nice. Now, another thing you can do with this mixture, it doesn't just have to, oh, let me finish it off first, then I'll show you the other thing. Okay, then this is the other part. Now, in the old days in Monterey, I remember when I was a kid, this is during the sardine days, that there'd be a guy every Sunday morning would get a big giant tray of these and walk up and down Alvarado Street, our main street, and by the time he'd get to one end, he'd sell them and go and get another batch. And I mean, a big tray. He must have 40 or 50 of them on there, and boy, they would go like nobody's business. Now make sure you wipe that. Okay, and then the final touch is a little powdered sugar, and there you have classic cannoli siciliano. But we're going to do another one too, and I've got some beautiful, beautiful peaches. And I'm just going to put some of this in here like this, because this is a very, very nice mixture. You know, with ricotta, you can have it just with a little powdered sugar and a little jam, and it'll be delicious. Look, beautiful ripe peaches, huh? And I've washed these already, so. And I'm going to leave the skin on because it's okay. All right, look at that, huh? And it's a very simple dessert, but I tell you, you put a little bit of cinnamon on there. I mean, very simple, but you know, it's another use. Maybe a little piece of mint. And there you have two desserts made with the same filling. Cannolis and fresh peaches with a little cinnamon in the cannoli filling. Have I got time to eat one of these? Okay. Now, I don't know if they showed the footage of us eating them in Sicily, but those things had to be 3 times. I mean, they were like a log. They were big cannolis. Mmm. Mmm. Not bad. Very good. You'll like these. And then, let me try a little of the peaches. Cinnamon sets it off beautifully. And with the fresh peaches, you know, right now, I mean, look at these peaches we're getting. It's incredible. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this show. It was real interesting. And hope you try these recipes out. See you next time.